On this video, we're going to discuss the renewal of one of the greatest rivalries in women's sports history, the Uconn Huskies versus the Tennessee Lady Volunteers. Both teams, renowned for their storied legacies in fierce competition, are set to ignite the court with their unparalleled skills, determination, and heart. Buckle up because this is going to be a game for the ages. The game will be Thursday, February 6th, and we are going to forget the past and talk about how these two teams stack up in 2025. Hi, and welcome to Davis Sports Report. If you are back for the second, third, fourth time, go ahead and hit the subscribe to help us grow the channel. And hit the thumbs up. It's free, and it'll help others find us. We would really appreciate it. Let's start off by talking about Uconn, since they are ranked higher. Uconn has a 21-2 record, losing to Notre Dame by 11 points and USC by only 2. Uconn has been on an 11-game winning streak, but nothing more to say about that point. It looks like Uconn has their full roster back. Paige, Jana, Ozzie, Caitlin, and Aubrey were all present at their last game, so let's see what these ladies have been up to. Paige Beckers is still holding it down for the lead scorer of the Huskies, averaging 19 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and 2 steals at a 54.4 field goal percentage. Against ranked teams, with the exception of the win over Louisville, she is scoring above her average, proving that Paige pours in extra when the stakes are the highest. Paige has been a consistent powerhouse throughout her career at Uconn, so we expect nothing less than a stellar performance from her. The freshman Sarah Strong isn't far behind Paige, scoring an average of 17 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1.9 steals. Against ranked teams, Sarah scores about her average, but she's rebounding above her average. As you can see, she held the torch to help them take the win over Louisville when Paige went down with an injury. Sarah Strong will be a huge factor in this game. Ozzie Fudd missed the first 3 games of the season, which included the win over North Carolina early on, as well as the Notre Dame game due to a minor knee sprain she sustained during the win over Louisville. Ozzie averages 11.3 points per game and 1.9 rebounds. Against the ranked teams that she fully participated in, she scored above her average. Since Ozzie has been back, she has been helping spread the floor by lighting it up at the 3. In addition to these young ladies, the Huskies will also need a big turnout from Ashlyn Shade, Caitlin Chin, and KK Arnold on the offensive side, and Janet L. Alfie and Ice Brady on the defensive side. The bench will need to be ready to play because Tennessee's bench is deep and they play at a high-paced game. Now on to Tennessee, and I've said this before and I will say it again. Tennessee's record does not reflect their talent. Tennessee has truly been tested this season, playing 5 ranked teams plus Florida State and Vanderbilt, who are now both ranked. Tennessee is currently ranked 19 and they have 5 losses, but they were very close losses by the smallest of margins. Let's check out the Lady Vols. Talacia Cooper is the lead scorer for the Lady Vols, averaging 17.9 points per game, 5.9 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 3.3 steals. Talacia is one of my favorite players to watch this year. Yes, I'm here for the showboating acrobatics of it all. But seriously, against ranked teams, Talacia scores in the double digits except when they played against Texas. There was a lot off that night. Tennessee's coach was out because she was giving birth to her first baby, and Talacia went down hard with an ankle twist early in the second quarter. She did return, but things were just off for her the entire night. Talacia normally plays at a very high caliber, and I fully expect that she will bring it full force in this game. Ruby Whitehorn is the second highest scorer for the Lady Vols, averaging 13 points per game and 4.5 rebounds. Whitehorn is in double digits against ranked teams, but if I'm being honest, it's been inconsistent. Because her contribution means so much to the overall success of this team, she's going to need to be prepared and bring her best game. And then there's Jewel Spears, and she is the 3-point specialist for the Lady Vols, having 50 so far this season. putting her 29th on the overall three-point list for Division I basketball. Spears also has some inconsistencies, and for the Volunteers' last 3 games, Spears has scored in the single digits. She's going to need to have a great night from the 3 if the Vols want to take down another ranked team. And if the 3s aren't falling, know when to abort mission and stick to the 2s, because while 3s are better than 2s, the Vols have to remember that 2s are much better than 0s. Also for the Vols is 6'4" Z Spearman that will need to hold Jan Alalfi down. If there's one thing they should have learned from the Texas matchup, it's that they need to protect the rim on the inside game, as Taylor Jones put up 21 points on the Vols. Spearman averages 11 points per game, but is falling short against ranked teams. The Vols can also look to Tess Darby to assist off the bench if they need some help from the arch. The biggest issue that Tennessee has been having is they play very hard in the second half, but they don't seem to be able to close it out. We will see what happens in this one. So I'm finding it a bit difficult to compare these two teams on paper due to the differences in schedule and conference. But I will say that Tennessee has one of the most disruptive press defenses in women's basketball right now. But to that point, Uconn has excellent ball handlers in Paige, Caitlin, and Ozzie. Uconn averages 12 turnovers per game, but Tennessee's defense forces an average of 24 turnovers per game, which, like I said, their press defense goes hard in the paint. But will Tennessee be ready to capitalize on those turnovers? Now that I've provided you with the information, what I need to know is who you got. Thank you so much for watching. If you didn't already hit the like button, please go ahead and do so now. Also, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Goodbye.